Vladimir Putin enjoys popularity in Russia, and the elections that are upcoming in Russia will concern the lawmakers. But the summit itself is an opportunity for Russia to outline its position, because over the past years we have seen how the relations have been deteriorating and that the number of issues have not been worked on thoroughly. So for Vladimir Putin, that's a meeting which has an important outcome, obviously, to ask the questions that are bothering the Russian leader. As he said, that there is a number of those issues, and he wants to get the answers. So domestically, this meeting is closely watched by many in Russia, but it is not quite likely to have any real impact on how the Russians are perceiving their leader. But obviously, when you talk about the upcoming elections, we have seen how the US is accusing Russia of cracking down on the opposition, and Russia is saying that there is no need of other countries to interfere into the Russian domestic affairs. So it is very likely that the meeting is obviously a chance for President Vladimir Putin to ask many questions that he might have regarding the US involvement into the Russian domestic affairs, as so far we have seen the US blaming Russia for interfering in the elections. The US is very interested in this issue, and we have seen from the international media acute interest in this issue. So it is very likely that Biden will raise this topic. But as for President Putin's reaction, he has made it very clear that Alexei Navalny is a Russian national and is in a penal facility, and he is serving his term. So Vladimir Putin is making it clear that he is not seeing Alexei Navalny as a real opposition figure, as a real challenger to him. And so at the moment, as Navalny is in jail, he looks at him as just a regular prisoner. So with all those inconvenient questions that President Putin was asked during that interview, he made it clear that there is no need in drawing so much attention to this issue, and once again reminded that this is Russia's internal affair and Russia's issue in terms of criminal persecution. Obviously, and either side, no side has much optimism regarding the breakthroughs. But then you look again at the summit itself, and the idea and the fact that summit is taking place is already an achievement, because given the rhetoric that has preceded this meeting, it was simply impossible even to grasp that the two leaders may meet at some point. We have seen so much negativity on both sides. So the summit itself is an achievement, and obviously we are looking at what the leaders might talk about and how they are going to proceed from this, because they do need to find the common ground on a number of security issues, on cybersecurity, and Russia has been introducing and proposing this issue as a moment of cooperation. So we're looking at how the sides may not only lay down their red lines, as they are saying, but also making some kind of progress on how to proceed from these outlined positions. And the return of the ambassadors, as I have just said, is one of those positive signals that we might see afterwards. To remind you, the ambassadors were called for consultations back to their home capitals to see how the relations will develop, because it was not clear in which direction the relations were going forward. And this summit is obviously an achievement itself, and we will see how the sides may work out the direction for further relations. But to remind you, we are not going to see any sort of signed documents worked out at this meeting. Dmitry Peskov, Kremlin spokesman, said that there could be documents, but nothing with the signature. The Russians are expecting some kind of statements to be made there, but they're also looking at this meeting with the pragmatic optimism, as the Kremlin has described this meeting, and the same may be true about the Russian citizens. So this kind of pragmatic optimism, that's what the Russians are looking at this meeting with. But at the same time, many Russians have seen the effects of the deterioration of ties, because the work of embassies and these applications has been disrupted significantly by the impasse in the political level. So pretty much for those who are seeking to get a visa to the United States, that's the Russian nationals who have